G'day humanoid life forms, Chewy here. Just bringing you a little public holiday ride. Be back in a second. For those of you who've been following some of my videos would know that I have a keen interest in photography at this stage of my life. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going for a motorbike ride, trying to find places that I've never been to before, that are close to my local area, just to scope out potential photo sites, places where I can take some interesting photos, whether they be morning, afternoon. At the moment it's afternoon, it's about 20 to 5, and I don't know where I'm heading. I might just keep going straight ahead and see where this road takes me. I can see a sign. Cranebrook. Don't know if I've ever been to Cranebrook before. Go and have a look. So at the moment I'm about 30 minutes from my home. You can see it's not far to Penrith. Oh, I've got my camera with me on the motorcycle in the bag. So if I do see anything interesting, I can stop and take a photo. Nice old hot rod. Oh, this is the area I was looking for. I think this little spot here has some potential for a sunset photo. What a beautiful afternoon for a ride. Absolutely perfect conditions. This time of the year is my favourite time of the year for weather and temperature here in Sydney. It's probably about 20 to 22 degrees here Celsius, which is absolutely brilliant. I love it. Perfect motorcycle riding weather. For any of you who don't know anything about Sydney, Australia, this is the end of the Cumberland Plain, and those mountains to my left are called the Blue Mountains. Now the Blue Mountains are part of the Great Dividing Range, which run all the way up and down the east coast of Australia. The highest point being Mount Kosciuszko, which is just over 2 kilometres high, I believe. I'll put some facts and stats up above somewhere. The name Blue Mountains derived its name from the fact that the trees in the local area are called gum trees, and they are a eucalyptus tree, and they give off an oil, they emit an oil which, when light reflects off it, gives a blue hue, thus the Blue Mountains. There are some really nice areas within the Blue Mountains which I will explore kind of branching out from home, slowly trying to find areas closer to home that I can photograph before I have to go all the way up into the mountains. We have a canyon which I've forgotten the name of, it evades me right now, which is only an hour from here, which is actually wider than the Grand Canyon. I took some shots on my phone of that about a year ago. I might place one in the video here. That's a nice lawn. There are many waterfalls, a place called Wentworth Falls and Hazelbrook. I know some people living up that way that are going to show me some of those areas, so expect a video in the not too distant future on that one. So I'd like to tell you a little bit about my journey into photography and why I do it. The reason I began learning how to use a camera was so that I can make my own film clips when I record my own music. Agnes Banks. Big shout out to the dog 167. So back to the photography. I don't actually know what kind of photography I want to get into. Like anything, like music, there are many genres and sub-genres that people specialize in. It's not a matter of becoming a master at everything in photography just because you know how to use a camera. In fact, from the videos I've been watching, only about 10% of photography is the technical knowledge of camera settings and how to take a clear image. 90% of the art of photography is the art itself, in composition, in capturing light. Got some police up here. Actually not allowed to have a GoPro on your helmet. And he's booked a motorcycle ride up too. I'll consider that a warning for me. He'll probably pull me over for the GoPro. Oh, that was interesting. Probably got a couple of decent photos out of that. I will be sure to post them up here and just let you know how I went. I'm going to end this little moto vlog now because you won't see much. It's too dark. Alright, As always, be good to each other. Chewy out. Peace. Oh, look at that moon. Unbelievable. I don't think you'll see much on the GoPro of that moon, but it is huge compared to what you're used to seeing it as. Full moon just after sunset. Nice orange colour. Wow. Here's a bit of a science question for you. Why does the moon look larger as it first rises when it's close to the horizon? A bit of an incentive to anyone who can answer that question with some scientific accuracy. Thank you for not killing me. Oh, the first person to answer that question accurately will receive a print of today's best photograph. That's a pretty good incentive. And I will have it mailed to your door. Anywhere in the world. That's right, anywhere in the world. The print will be an A4 size, printed on semi-gloss, or as they call it, satin paper. I'll make sure it gets to you intact.